Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 finally released after weeks of delay with a completely changed map, some new weapons, some old weapons, a new battle pass and so much more. So these are my first impressions of Season 3. Now if you do enjoy the video guys, then be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. So as these are my first impressions, I'm going to be covering what I've experienced thus far. Now in the trailer I saw a ton of cars, but I haven't seen them anywhere on the map. I haven't ridden a shark either. Now I know these are just my first thoughts, so things are subject to change later on in the season, and therefore I will likely do a season review at the end. So to start with, I'll go through the battle pass. Now I don't want to spend 10 minutes on each thing, so it'll be pretty brief. Firstly, I really like how a bunch of the new pickaxes can be held either dual wield or two-handed. That really allows for more unique pickaxe experiences and gives you obviously two options for the price of one basically. So they do change quite a bit and I'm really happy to see that. Overall, the gliders are pretty basic to be honest, and I don't really feel like any of them are particularly that special. However, Ohm, the mechanical owl, has a really cool glider setup and I think is a really cool pet back bling as well. The camos as well are pretty standard too in my opinion, and I don't really think any of them stand out all that much, though I do like the colours used for the ocean wave camo and I really like the undercurrents water patterns. And lastly, with the skins, I don't really care all that much about the emotes and the stickers and sprays and so on, so I'm just going to go straight into this. Ocean is okay, she's not really anything special, though I do like how the story continues with her by defeating Brutus in the trailer and stealing his ghost helmet, so that is pretty cool, but I don't really think it's that great of a skin. Fade to start with is really basic as well, but obviously his skin progresses through the battle pass, so I understand that, and if you reach tier 100 then I do think he is one of the best looking skins in the pass. Next we have Scuba Jonesy, which I actually do really like. It's always nice to see a Jonesy skin and continue his story. The outfit as he progresses is really cool as well. I really do like his helmet design with the colours on offer. Now I'm not really a big fan of the Jewel skin to be honest, though I do like her shadow mask at the end. Then we have Kit, and what I love about this skin in particular is that he literally is Meowscles' son, and therefore I imagine Lynx as well. Obviously Meowscles has a tattoo that has Lynx in a heart, so I imagine they're a couple, and then they have a baby which is Kit, so I really do like that. Then we have Siona as well, which starts off pretty basic, however I do really like her spacesuit design as you progress. And then you have 3 different colours as well, which is always great to have those options. And lastly for the skins we have Eternal Night, which is basically the female version of Ultimate Night and vice versa. This is definitely my favourite skin in the battle pass, and I love that we get a look at silver, black and gold colours. It would have been cool to have an Origin Night look as well for her, as I missed it for the Ultimate Night, but it's still great to see this nonetheless. Now we have the weapons. The pump shotgun has been changed to the charged shotgun. Now I really love the idea behind the charged shotgun, though I'm not really the biggest fan of using it right now, though that could obviously very well change over time. It's also great to see the hunting rifle back, and I'm very surprised that it has an epic and a legendary option, though as it's a bit faster firing as before. I think, I could be wrong, but it does feel a bit quicker, and obviously the damage is pretty insane on it as well. It's a ton of fun to use and it's great to see back. I also really like that the Chug Splash is back and the compact SMG as well. The SMG in particular is something I've always loved using in earlier season. And lastly, the biggest change of all with the weapons is that the burst assault rifle is now a 2-shot burst instead of 3 and only holds 20 bullets in the mag instead of 30, obviously, so it's still 10 pulls of the trigger until you have to reload. I personally think that it's even more powerful now than before. Obviously it's not doing the same amount of damage per trigger pull, though the 2-shot means that there's less recoil and a faster rate of fire, so it counteracts with that very nicely. At first I was a little bit skeptical about it, but now I actually really enjoy using it more than the standard assault rifle. Overall though, it's really great to see all these weapons changed up. It really changes the meta and overall feel around with Fortnite, so I think it's really great, and they're off to a great start with the season, and I'll be interested to see how the balancing and the meta changes as time goes by. And now onto the map. I don't have too much here to say really. Retail Row, Lazy Lake, Misty Meadows and Holly Hedges are unchanged, which is great because all of those except for Misty Meadows are some of my favourite places to land. I'm pretty happy to see that Slurpy Swamp and Weeping Woods are gone as well though. These were definitely my least favourite places of the map I think in the last season. but now it's just this very unique junk pile with the Fortilla and Rickety Rig, which is nice. Sweaty Sands, Salty Springs, Frenzy Farm and Steamy Stacks also remain in the map, however they are changed up quite a bit with the water levels rising. And I also quite like how the agency has changed to the Authority. It continues the story really nicely from where we left off with the last season, with obviously the Shadow Henchman and Shadow Midas being there at the event. And I also like how the Fortilla is like some sort of resistance base led by Ghost. Then from the trailer it basically seemed like all the new Ghost and Shadow operatives were going after Meow Schools. So to see Kit in Catty Corner on his own with his own group of henchmen is actually really cool, and I quite like, and I'm interested to see how that goes on. Now, as cool as these bases are, I've never really been the biggest fan of the aimbot henchmen and these mythic weapons. It's obviously great if you get it, and obviously I get that it adds to the story a little bit as well, and that they are high risk, high reward places, but it's never really something I've particularly enjoyed doing. I know I don't have to go there, but sometimes you kind of can't help it because of the storm, and obviously, you know, you do kind of want to get those mythic weapons, but I don't really enjoy going to those places. I feel like the mythic weapons don't really add that much. They're really OP as well, so I'm just not really enjoying the fact that those are in the game, though at least in this season they are a lot less frequent. That said though, there are obviously marauders that can come out of nowhere, with these like 5 people just ambushing you, though for some weird reason I don't really mind them as much as the overall bases itself. But overall it has been a very solid start to season 3 of chapter 2. I'm really enjoying myself again, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this game. That is it from me today guys, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.